you may have this one where they ask you how rational consumers and producers make decisions. Okay, so when they ask you how rational consumers and producers make decisions, the key thing is they had the word and in there. We use CP, no M, because they didn't ask you how it helps in resource allocation. But if they ask you how they make decisions that help resource allocation, then of course it's CPM. You okay with this? And I still want to say that what we did here is ultimately a demand and supply framework. Because M is your market, so you have to put them together, right? Demand and supply. Okay? But there are some other questions. It's a bit different, okay? So instead of rational consumers and producers, this one, they may ask you how a rational consumer or a rational producer makes decisions. So I want to say this is on a standalone basis, whereas this is still from a market perspective. Okay, so when it's on a standalone basis, what's happening is that you're diving into a consumer or producer's brain, right? You're looking at how they make decisions. Okay? So in this case, there is no market perspective. Okay? We do not see price on the y-axis. Price is only when consumers and producers come together. So in the market perspective, here you actually have price. Okay? But on a standalone basis, you cannot sit there, think until you think of the market price. Cannot. So this means we use a cost-benefit analysis, independent of price. There's no price here at all. Okay? And when you say cost-benefit analysis, I'm going to show you two types. Okay? It really depends on the nature of that decision. If that decision is incremental or marginal, versus if that decision is once off, your answer is different. Okay, so if that decision is incremental, like if they ask you to explain how a rational consumer decides on the amount of chicken rice to consume, okay? This is incremental, marginal. You can say 1 plate, 2 plates, 3 plates. Okay, although it sounds like, wow, 3 plates is a bit off. But you compare with this. How a rational consumer decides on whether, let's say, to go overseas for studies. You can't say go overseas, 1 country, 2 countries, 3 countries. It just doesn't sound right. Okay? So, but the question is, when the decision is marginal, we have an SCP framework. Okay? Whereas when that decision is once off, it's U